Results from match day 1, day 3 of the Euros.
Let's take a look. Good morning and welcome back to the Pink Table. As we said, we're going to be looking at day 3 results from the Euro 2020. Yesterday we had some interesting results and we also have great games this afternoon. So we're just going to dive straight in. Elaine, we're going to go look over the first game that happened yesterday at 3 p.m. kickoff time. At Wembley, we had England versus Croatia, with England edging that out 1-0. I think we predicted this was going to be a draw. Came close. Yeah, I think Croatia's attack was lacking slightly there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a stalemate of a game. The English team looked like they were just trying to figure out how to break down the Croatian backline. Croatia was very organized defensively, offered very little going forward, and I think that after watching the match, the English result was deserved.
Yeah, in Italy, they praised Phillips. He also provided the assist to Sterling. He was able to break through. Sterling scoring early in the second half. But the English team looked good, exciting, a young team. And there's a lot of hope coming out of the England camp right now.
The second game of the day saw the Austrian team take on the North Macedonians in the game in Group C. It was a very interesting match. The Austrian team managed to break down the North Macedonians early. Goran Pandev managed to equalize, but the North Macedonian team was not enough to hold back the Austrians, who ran away with the game 3-1. Marcel Sabitzer, my man of the match, controlled the keys of the midfield and made the Austrian team tick over.
Yeah, it was an exciting game to watch. I think I was kind of hoping for the underdog to kind of pull a result there, even though I think in our predictor we put Austria to take this. It was quite exciting to see Pandev score, even though I think that goal, there was a bit of I thought VAR was going to step in because I thought that there was quite a incorrect tackle on the goalie to make him lose the ball to then concede that goal. But we'll leave that to the referees to decide what's good or wrong there. But all in all, it was an exciting game. The North Macedonian, they had a lot of fans come to the stadium, so it was quite an exciting atmosphere, I think, for them as well.
Yeah, exciting experience for the North Macedonian team. The Goran Pandev's goal, maybe some question marks on it, but I think because Austria walked away with all 3 points, won't cause too much drama or won't be brought up too much by the Austrian players. If it had ended in a draw, I think we would have probably heard a lot more complaints coming out of the Austria camp.
Yeah, moving into the final game of last night, that was a thriller. It started off with a bang. I think in the first 5 minutes, there was like 4 shots, but we're obviously talking about the game out of Amsterdam, which was Netherlands versus the Ukraine. What were your initial thoughts of that game?
Yeah, it was an interesting game. In our predictor for the tournament and our match predictor, I was heavily backing Wout Weghorst to go and get goals this tournament. He started the first half slow, managed to get a goal in the second half, so getting on track. But you could see that the whole Dutch team, for many of these players, it was their first major international tournament. Even players at the age of 25, 26 had never played in major international tournaments before. So you could see it took a bit of time for them to get going. They were set up with what was supposed to be a 3-5-2, but in the first half, the wing-backs got blocked, I think out of fear, and they landed up playing a 5-3-2, and this just limited their ability going forward. They weren't able to break down the wings, and I think in the second half, the wing-backs gained a bit of courage, pushed forward, and as that formation changed to a 3-5-2, I think the Dutch machine really showed what it's capable of. They did switch off towards the end and let Ukraine back into the game, but fighting spirit to get the result.
I think they had like 5 minutes of just, I think Yarmolenko's goal is probably so far one of the nicest goals of the tournament. And I think that goal just kind of maybe made fear creep in a bit to the Dutch team, and set piece goal, those things can happen. So when it was 2-2, I was like, everyone kind of thought the tide had pushed on more of the Ukraine side. And then their right back, Dumfries, was able to get the 3-2. I think Dumfries was the most dangerous player in terms of chances created. In the first half, he had a good shot on goal that was good saved by the goalkeeper. And then he also had a open header that was in the small box that he was unable to hit the target.
So yeah, we both landed up picking Dutch players for our fantasy teams that did really well. I believe I had Wout Weghorst in attack, who got the goal. You had Dumfries, who got the other goal. So we landed up really picking the correct players from the Dutch team. All in all, a very interesting group, the way it's set up. Next week, Austria, Holland should be a cracker.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. And moving into today's fixtures, we have Scotland taking on the Czech Republic from Hampden Park. We have Poland versus Slovakia in St. Petersburg. And we have Spain versus Sweden in Sevilla. So I don't know about you, Elaine, but I'm very excited to see the Spanish team tonight against Sweden. Even though I think both teams, Sweden are missing a few key players due to COVID, and Spain, it's an interesting Spanish side with no Real Madrid players, and also a lot of key Spanish players that haven't been called up. So it'll be interesting to see if the coach has made the right decisions.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game to keep an eye on. Otherwise, the other match, my match of the day, is keep an eye on the Slovakia team, our dark horses of the tournament, taking on a very organized Polish team that is full of talent. So that is my game.
Robert Lewandowski.
Robert Lewandowski is the man to watch for that one.
Yeah, I was reading an article earlier today that said they were showing the betting and who's going to win today, and there was like, okay, so Spain will give this, and then for Poland they just said, and for Poland, one word, Lewandowski, and they just left it at that. So I'm guessing they mean it's going to be a win with Lewandowski goals. So let's see how that pans out.
Yeah, exciting day today. Keep an eye on the 3 matches coming your way out of Euro 2020, and we will be back tomorrow with more updates from the pink table.